created is now in charge of Nigeria sharing money. But that's not how they feel inside the asshole rock. The exhibitor, Bayo Nonuga, said, a lot of you have wrong impression about Nigeria. Nigeria is a very, very, very poor country. You see all this wealth, all these billions, all these things that you are hearing, they are exaggerated. The intention of people like Tifnumbu is to make you very poor, like very, very poor. And few of you will be offered the peanuts. And that's how they control the whole thing, the whole system that they managed to create, the small fiefdom they managed to create for themselves in Lagos. It is the same workbook. And so they want you to know, you are very poor. Somalia, Zimbabwe, you are in category of these places. So, but some of you just believe that you are Nigeria, you are a rich country, you are a billion. There is no billion anywhere. So don't let anything surprise you.
I can tell you, it's very, very concerned. Last December, for instance, because of this kind of concern, his empathy with Nigerian people, he approved that Nigerians traveling to some parts of the country should enjoy some 50% discount, and those who wanted to travel by rail can actually enjoy a free ride. I think at the last count, over 160,000 Nigerians took advantage of this kind of gesture. The president is very concerned. As a leader, he is a very compassionate person. He feels what Nigerians are feeling. He feels their pains, and that's why he's always looking for all kinds of things to do to really improve things, so that people can really enjoy staying in this country. You see, what is happening is that our country is a very, very poor country. Very, very poor.
Well, many Nigerians will disagree with you. They say it's the economic managers that are
I will tell you why I say we are a very poor country. I think we have a wrong impression about the wealth of our country. It's exaggerated. This country, for example, look, if you start from minimum wage, you find that our country, when you compare our country to a country like Kenya or South Africa, let me even use South Africa. South Africa's minimum wage is about $240 a month. In Nigeria, at 33,000 naira, just about $39. Yeah. Look at the gap, and you can see this reflected in other wages. If you look at what the Chief Judge of South Africa earns, it's about at the rate of dollar now, must be about 20 or 30 times what Nigeria's Chief Justice earns. And it's all over. Today I was again watching Arise TV, and they were showing the statistics from multi-choice subscription and the income. You can see the gap. What South Africa what they are getting from South Africa is about I think more than about 3 times or 4 times what they are getting from the rest of Africa, including Nigeria, which shows that many Nigerians can only afford to subscribe to a service like DSTV, and they need it. So, if you look at but for me, the indices of poverty, it's very there. It's obvious that we have it, and people are poor, and that's why when we have this problem we are facing through now, they cannot really adjust because they don't have the disposable income. It's a very pathetic situation, and the government is concerned, and that's why there are talks now about reviewing the minimum wage.
Did you see how he was going left, right, and so that's the face of a bigot. The bigot in chief is the one who is the ringleader of the Lagos Sabobakus that were championing Yoruba versus Igbo for Tifnumbu's campaign. Is the champion of that. Do you not see how he's looking so downcasted? All of those is the way they manage to finger the brains of their Mumu followers to make them feel like whatever they are facing, it's been like, like naturally, Nigeria is a poor place. So what are you doing about it? We care. We care about that people are poor. It's not like how much they pay the judge in South Africa. It's what we pay the judge in Nigeria. But when you look at the judge in South Africa and you look at the judges in Nigeria, when you look at the properties they have corruptly put together, you will be like, how come the Nigerian judges are richer than the South African judges? Corruption. I'm not saying there's no corruption in the judiciary in South Africa. Here you get. But I bet you it's actually not about their system. Like you compare that with that of Nigeria. So they make you believe, see how much money we are paying this. That's just $200. See how much money we are paying that. And they put themselves in the basket. And then you look around, they'll say, he's a multi-billionaire. Where did you get the money from? If you want to use the reflection of what everybody earned in Nigeria, right? Let's say the president of Nigeria, which is officially paid 3 million naira. That's the salary of your president, by the way. 3 million naira every month. Now, increasing his salary is now possibly going to be earning about 4 million naira or 4.5 million naira. Ordinary, digital, all these tech boys who are kind of building this tech ecosystem here and there, they make such in a single day. Now, if you have to say how much is the salary of the Nigeria president, and if you convert it, how much is that? It will come down to what? Maybe $2,000. That is the president's salary of the president. So can the president of Nigeria live on that? What about other members of those who are like multi-billionaire through corruption? So if they are to actually hand their pay, here you get, just like every one of you is supposed to be poor, right? That would have made sense, Abi. Well, that is not, but they put themselves in it. And then they feed themselves like a fat pigs, right? Who just want to feed fat continuously and give excuses why things are not working. Listen, it's not because government is not trying to make things work, but naturally, Nigeria is a poor place, okay? So you just need to understand that, and you need to accept that. And you need to know that we care for you. We care that you are Nigerians, and then, you are supposed to be poor because Nigeria is a poor country, not because they are frittering away all our resources by just minute number of people, but it's because those minute number of people who are frittering away your commonwealth are telling you that, but we care for you now. We know that you are facing hardship. Okay, we care. But you know something? Don't worry yourself too much. This is normal. You are in the poorest country because Nigeria is very... Do you understand that psychological conditioning? And right there where you start, you are going to be there and be like, oh, that's true. Well, it's true, Jare. Nigeria is a poor country, Jare. Let us not just blame them per se. They can only try. We are even too many. We are too many. If to say we are like small now, maybe, you are also agreeing with them unconsciously. Subconsciously, kind of. Abi? That is how they socially condition your brain. And you begin to argue like a retard, even though you are educated. You begin to argue like a foolish person, a stupid, retarded person in public, because you sat down and you have subconsciously agreed with lunatics like that, who is paid to make you feel like whatever you are facing right now, it's not really wrong. You are the one who is just overreacting. Okay? It's not that, it's expected. Especially, they have looted Nigeria so much. Not because we are looting Nigeria now, but because, they have looted Nigeria. So it's normal. We need to grow what we eat. We need to buy what we sell. We need to manufacture our this. These are people who are there to actually be doing exactly what they are telling you that we. It is social conditioning. Our parents were played the same card. A lot of us have been played the same card. We have agreed with them. And it's true. It's true. Only if they can just try. No. Our children must never fall victim of this same brainwashing. A lot of you are already dry fish. You remember I told you, Any of you who stumble on my broadcast or my videos, most of the time, I believe that a lot of you can no longer change. Whatever long-held belief that Nigeria has managed to ingrain in you, whether you are Igbo, Hausa, Yoruba, it doesn't matter. There are some of you that will never change. And listen to me. That is why I also said on this platform that when I tell you what you must know, not what you want to hear, what you need and must hear and know, what you do with that information is completely yours. The only thing you will never be able to do or say is to pretend that you didn't know. When you stumble on Mayegun's Diary Political, you will know. Whatever you do with that information is completely yours. If you listen to information that discourages bigotry, hatred against one another, religious supremacy, all those information that preaches against them by exposing those who are fanning such ember, if you hear those information and you turn out to still be a bigot, that's on you. But do you know why this is being broadcasted? I want this message to get to the younger ones whose minds are like fertile lands where anything can grow, before they begin to socially condition them too. I know they have already been doing that. Just maybe we can save their souls. Because if I try to kind of change some of you, like dry fish, una go break where you will not be useful. Okay? Except you personally yield, learn, unlearn, and relearn. I am not trying to change you. I don't want you to change because of what I tell you. I want you to sort of change because you now know better. Or you can pretend that you didn't know. Your children will see my video and they will ask you questions. Daddy, did you know about all of this when you were younger? I mean, did you watch Mayegun when you were younger, like 10 years ago? And you still believe in this place. And you still brought us into this world. You are a wicked man. I want your children to say that to you because they will be your nemesis. If a lot of you are still living in denial, or continue to live your fake, politically correct life, you don't want to offend anybody. You want to be the Mr. Nice, Miss Nice. You want to be, and all of that stuff, right? My platform is not to change your mind. If I do change your mind, it is a win for me, but you are not my target. Your children will see this and they will never live and believe the same thing they used to cower you and, and then, sort of collapse your capabilities. Do you understand? You don't have to. Okay? So here, going forward, the people destroying people too, they actually met in Abuja, their governors. Àìsínbẹ̀ láì bá wọn dá sí. As Yoruba will say, if you are not there, that will be the reason why you are not participating. They said, Naira is crashing. Economy is crashing. Ṣó ń crashing ni àbó ti crash tán already? Listen to them.
At the end of our meeting of the PDP Governors Forum held in Abuja today, the 12th of February 2024 at Oyo House. The PDP Governors Forum held the meeting under my humble leadership at the Oyo State Governors Lodge on the 12th of February 2024. The meeting deliberated on various issues of interest and concern to the forum, the People's Democratic Party PDP, the country and other stakeholders, and took the following decisions. The meeting reviewed the state of the nation and noted the hardship being faced by Nigerians as a result of economic and security challenges facing the nation. The forum consequently urges the federal government to, as a matter of urgency, embark on initiatives involving all the subnational governments to bring a lasting solution to the crisis. The PDP governors will continue to play their part in the effort to bring security and succor to our people. 2. To this end, we reiterate our call for the state police with appropriate safeguards to avoid any abuse or overreach by any tier of government. 3. The forum decried the falling value of the naira and requested the monetary and physical authorities to find appropriate solutions. 4. The meeting further reviewed recent developments in the People's Democratic Party and committed to leading efforts to revamp and reposition the party to serve as an effective opposition in the country. Number 5. Further, the forum passed a vote of confidence in the Iliad Amagun-led National Working Committee (NWC) of the party and urged it to put in motion the necessary machinery for convening meetings of the appropriate organs of the party from caucus to the National Executive Committee (NEC) as soon as possible. Thank you very much.
PDP. And when you see all of them, when you start counting them, you will see those who indeed, even though they were PDP, who worked so very much to ensure that they suppressed people's votes in their states. And for those votes they could get and forge, they ensured that this same calamity happened to Nigeria. And they were also standing there. We condemn the devaluation of naira. So you are waiting for the opposition. Anyway, somebody has managed to explain to me what it means when the Niger Republic said, do not fly over Niger. Sure you get? So that waiting no day our mind. I won't try to say that in English. Waiting we know the plan, where we know the think. Making no scatter the plan, where we the plan, where we the think. Oh. Somebody has explained that anytime you are buying ticket to travel to Nigeria or travel out of Nigeria, for the sake of your loved ones, so ask them, Shema Gbaninje. You know, when you enter bus from Oshodi, for example, or Baga, or Iwo Road. Let's say you enter a bus from Iwo Road and you are going to Ilorin. You will ask the driver, Ema Gba Ogbomosho, Abi Old Road. So you go plan your way. When you want to buy any ticket from now, why man kind of always laugh? This is a very important information. It's so serious. It's a life and death thing. Don't laugh at it, okay? It's serious. Ninja said, since they do not have any relationship with ECOWAS anymore, and they do not have any relationship with Nigeria anymore, meanwhile, Niger to Nigeria is about 700 miles. Emma Gbaninje, while you will tell your pilot or the airline, after you book you ask hello, Nigeria on the Friday 31st. So I say, okay, yeah, everything is fine, confirm, and all that. You ask them, Shema Gbaninje, are you going to pass Niger or Benin? If they say, oh, no, it's Benin, true Benin. Say, I've booked the right ticket. I love book a ticket to Gbaninje. Magic coffee, breaking news, yo. I'm serious, yo. What they said is that if any plane that is going to Nigeria or from Nigeria passes their airspace, whatever you see, make you collect them like that. One, if you play diplomatic toss, I know what I'm saying, you know. I've seen it before. And the way I'm saying this is because a lot of you have all your plans and you don't have to tell anybody where you are going. We go know where you they go. So some people are now kind of adjusting now. They said, listen, if person fall from riding a horse, you go still try again and ride the horse again. So they go just add like maybe an hour or two to your trip. Now, if you they go to London for 6 hours before, it go be like 8 hours now. It's not that bad. You will just have to have a longer flight with extra money. And with this exchange rate, You could yeah, but again, now person will get money they fly in the first place. You understand? So this person explained it better. This Niger Republic of a thing, and I want you to listen to it before we start taking that calls. Would you help somebody or refuse to help somebody simply because of who they supported in the 2023 charade? Would you? I'm coming to that too, but this one is very vital. Listen.
Niger as a country borders over 700 miles of the northern Nigerian borders. So essentially it means that any southbound flights from Europe or any northbound flights from Nigeria would have to naturally traverse the airspace. But with the closure of that airspace to flights into and out of Nigeria specifically, what it means now is that any international flights originating from Nigeria or sort of ending in Nigeria from any part of the world that has to traverse the Nigerian airspace is banned. What that essentially means is that such flights will have to sort of go around the airspace. And if you look at it from a standpoint of the size, we're talking about maybe an addition in terms of flight time, anything between an hour and a half to 2 hours, depending on where you're coming from. That said, it increases drastically the cost of operation of international flights into and out of Nigeria, especially for domestic carriers that are designated to fly international. This is a huge cost in addition to what it is we're already incurring. Going by the economics of today, it's almost impossible to sustain this in the longer term.
Yeah, and of course the implication would be that the flight cost will increase. And
Absolutely.
of course several air flights, especially those ones that are chartered to actually go to pilgrimage in Saudi Arabia and all of that, we've seen, because of the...
And overfly the airspace.
Yeah, but I was confused at some point because, I mean, from the NOTAM that was issued, I thought that they actually meant that, look, we can't originate a flight from Nigeria and land in their country, but we could actually pass through their airspace. And when you started explaining this, I was thinking if this is not against international aviation practice. I mean, how could you just shut your airspace to international flights?
Again, the provisions of the convention, ICAO, is that you as a nation state have sovereignty over your airspace. So to that extent, you can determine and establish clearly who can come in or go out. To the extent of sovereignty, the Nigerian government is is actually on its rights to say that, well, we're not going to allow your airliners to overfly our airspace.
Even when it's not a military...
Absolutely. They have the rights. But again, like I said, this is a political problem, and the only solution is a political solution. Any other thing we talk about here at this point will probably not even hold.
Yeah.
So I think there's a need to have dialogue between governments, and particularly the ECOWAS group. There's a need to initiate dialogue. Otherwise, what we're actually doing systematically is to, in terms of, maybe we're thinking we're hemorrhaging their economy, but ours, much bigger in terms of size and all that, is more adversely impacted than the Nigerian
and that's
economy.
why I was wondering who was hurting more, because, I mean, we started this. We issued this first based on ECOWAS mandate and all of that. And it looks like people are beginning to complain more from our side than theirs, because we have the traveling public much more larger from Nigeria than theirs. And you wonder how this could actually affect those in the aviation sector too. I mean, people like you.
Again, when you look at it, how many flights originate out of Niger on a daily basis? How many international flights do they have? Now, when you sort of juxtapose that with what we have in Nigeria, we have more international flights in and out of Nigeria, overflying the Nigerian airspace. Now, understand that all the other ECOWAS countries are not affected by this issue. Even though they're part of ECOWAS, they're not affected. So invariably, the major victim of this political impasse is Nigeria. Nigerian operators have more to bear than any other operator in the sub-region. So to that extent, the Nigerian economy is more adversely impacted than any other country in the sub-region. So I think it's important for the government to understand that, yes, indeed, there's a need to enforce the ECOWAS resolution. But at the same time, there's a need to understand that our hemorrhaging economy is even more important, because right now, if you look at the entire sub-region, put the entire population of a sub-region together, they're dwarfed by what we have in Nigeria. So when we look at it from that standpoint, I think it's even more important to say, like they say, charity begins at home. We should be more mindful of our own people. I mean, what we're going through, the issues at hand, how can we deal with them without, sort of exacerbating the situation? I think this particular impasse can only deteriorate our condition in the longer term.
And one thing I want you to actually focus on is the impact on international carriers, for example, and then even, within us generally, some of the operators within the sector now, what will happen to their flight frequencies and all of that? Will they be impacted in one way or the other?
Well, again, when you look at it, if, for instance, let's take a typical flight originating from Europe into Lagos. The detour around the Nigerian airspace can add anything between an hour and an hour and a half. That is a major cost to those airlines. Now, when you sort of change the scheduling of an international airline operation by as much as 3 hours, you can actually create a major disruption to their scheduling. So it is not entirely in their longer-term interest. In terms of frequencies, I'm not sure they will reduce frequencies for the sake of this. They probably will put in place a contingency arrangement to see how to manage it. Of course, if an aircraft is not arriving on time, there's usually a standby aircraft for the next schedule, pending when it is this arrives. So at least there's no major disruptions. But it depends on how many aircraft they have in the buffer to take the slack.
All these are now projection. Medicine after death. What is about to hit Nigeria? Apart from the capital flight, the one that they are converting people's dollars to naira now. Okay? This also, fighting the French war for them at the cost of, at the human cost to Nigeria. Hunger, starvation, economic ruins. How amazing. Yeah, I've got a lot to share still, but I'm just going to keep them because I said, I want to hear you. Tell me, would you by any means consider who somebody supported or voted for before you consider helping them? Would you look into all of that before you help them? No, you don't care. Or you don't even have any. Okay, you know what? I am going to go make myself another cup of tea, fresh one. And when I get back, I will take us. I can see people are already calling in, wanted to kind of, be part of this. Don't worry. Just give me about 2-3 minutes and I'll be back on your screen. Okay? But if you have to leave, remember, please like the broadcast before you go. Just to show that you are here. Thank you. I will be back in a jiffy. Thank you. Yes, thank you so much, everyone who is still here. And those who are probably just going to be joining us this hour too. So what we have now is going to be the next 1 hour where you would have a chance of calling in. So please, let's kind of manage the time and hear from as many people as possible today or tonight. All right. So remember, apart from the fact that you want to add 1 or 2 things to it, remember the rider for this chart. And you need to kind of say something about that. Well, if you don't feel like, that's all right. I have a caller on the line. And just before I bring my caller on, I'm not sure if he's still there with me. Let me check. Hello there. You still there?
I'm still there. This is your boy, One True Emperor.
One True Emperor. Baba, hang in there for me for a sec more. I want to speak to my people too. Okay, 1 second, Baba. Now, I believe that a lot of you who have seen the improved setup in that studio, especially those of you that actually chipped in your own widow smite, as well as massive support for me when I kind of kick it off, right? So it's all coming together now. Okay, it's becoming like the real place I envisioned. So I still want to use this moment to say thank you to all of you. Okay, I haven't closed my donation, no, even though I have not been asking again, because but for those of you who still pretty much are interested in helping and supporting me, again, as your GO, please do so. And remember, it is totally voluntary. Okay, there's no pressure. All right. It is going on, and every penny is so much appreciated. I just want to remind us and say thank you. And maybe like Oliver Twist, I'm still going to need your support. So if you look at the comment section, you will see those links there. My PayPal and my GoFundMe as well. Every penny counts. And God bless you. I'm sorry, God bless you. And One True Emperor, the first caller for the tonight. You are the one who is going to unveil the mask. Baba, here we are. How are you?
I am still happy after the Nigerian loss of AFCON. I'm still so happy. Make everybody face their hunger. I want Make them face their hunger.
May them forget all this Delulu and all that. Face the reality.
Exactly. May them face their hunger. Nigeria, when I go, they change dollar for 5,000 naira. I promise you. That's mad. Make we go for the rider today. You talk, say, share I go help and see when vote for Kolu.
Like, would you know? I'm not even saying Kolu. I'm saying that would you want to know what that person, who that person supports or stand for a while back, considering what is going on today in Nigeria? Would you want to, before you help anyone? Like, for real?
My ego. Whether they supported the PCO, they supported Labour Party, they supported PDP, as long as anybody believes in one Nigeria, one way or the other, I'm not helping. Una go die of hunger.
Your own different, too. Like you just put everybody in that basket, Abi.
See, my ego, I ran away. You see, you always say we are in exile. I agree with you. Guy, it's because of those people believing in one Nigeria. That's why I'm not in my country. PDP, Labour Party, APC, all of them are part of the destruction of Nigeria. Anybody that believes in one Nigeria is a threat to my life and my family. So I'm not going to help anybody.
Baba, out of all languages, Baba, out of all languages, you choose to only speak facts. I want to hear more.
My guy, see, let me tell you something. Anybody that voted in this charade election, I don't care who you are voting for. My money is not touching your hand. Una dey mad. Make we break up this country. Una dey talk say I want to save Nigeria and you Olori Buruku. Yeah, I know they help anybody. If you participated in this election, in fact, they already know in my family. Say they know if he ask me for money. They know born them where. They know. Do you know when last I've sent money back home?
Wow.
They know.
So you don't lock up and mean them.
I don't lock up. Do you know how this election exposed a lot of people? This election exposed a lot of people. Even people, Michael, let me bust your brain. Even people will vote Peter Obi as president. And I promise you, some of them still voted Sanwo-Olu as governor. I know them here. There are people who voted for Peter Obi as president, and they voted Sanwo-Olu as governor. And you want me to help such people? Are they mad? You they mad? I'm gonna make everybody go so far.
Everybody face their own shege. As if they face you, face them.
You simple guy over here, I dey suffer my shege. So make nobody come add to my shege.
Man, anybody no come rob me of empathy or anything. Baba no gas. Okay.
Exactly.
One trend pro.
Empathy.
Ma, go get another person and see what they have to say too.
Thank
you be like say you don't open the floodgate, oh. Now everybody go they talk like now.
Guy, make every Labour Party supporters, APC supporters, PDP supporters, God punish you. Break up Nigeria, Baba, later.
Bless you. Now you hear Amo. That is what will make some of you pick up your phone and call in. It's going to be interesting. I want to know. Hello there.
Hello, Babao.
Kabesio. Hi, Chief. How are you, sir?
I'm good. I have been following your program for almost 5-6 years now. This is a new caller.
Oh my God! I'm not with my bell. But listen, I kind of have a butterfly inside me right now. Tell me more, sir. How are you?
But I'm good. And yourself?
Well, very well. Always,
Okay, make we keep English one part. Make I go for my pidgin language.
Oh yeah, now fire, shoot.
You see, you, Mazen Namdekalo, Una don't go analyze this thing, bring them out. Can't show us say this thing no go work. Them come there for home. They talk say it go work. Now, person we say in go thief come become the president, the president. Come say let the poor breathe. Poor now they breathe.
But they don't suffocate majority. Oh.
Poor now they breathe. Break this nation. Let life, save life, break and make life day.
Help me beg them, or maybe they go hear you more than
break
me.
Break that zoo. Break them. Make everybody go. Shige don't never start. Now na small fire they come.
Now so we hear
little fire now they come. See how it be. Break this nation. Make everybody go. So that the people go get life.
At least.
Every day they hear something. Are they shame to come out? They ask me, where you from? I say, Abibo man. Where Igbo? Southeast. They shame me to call that name. They shame me.
Now 4 people then.
Are they here? They suffer. Since I come here, light never go off. I they pay for my light.
Yes.
I never did darkness enter house. Because within you pay, now you go see.
Abi?
Now cost them cost us.
Nigerians, they pay tax. They no even get mind to ask them, where our tax money? Everybody become local government.
Baba, they cry. Baba, I they cry. Cry. No, cry. I don't cry. Ask God, say, which kind sin we will commit?
Waiting be our sin.
Waiting be our sin, Baba. Waiting be our sin.
Do you know what somebody told
me? See my family. My family, they cry. When they go market today, they say no price. Buy what you buy, come out. 10 minutes. Something where you buy for 5,000, now 7,500. 10 minutes. Waiting you buy for 5,000, now 7,500.
If you no quick buy them too, you go still pay like 8,000. I hear say cement don't cross 7,000, 8,000. Some are saying 10,000.
8,500 now. Before tomorrow now, you go here saying 10,500.
Which kind of thing that? Which kind? No country or place, no country. Actually, nothing like this. They happen for anywhere in the world. No country.
Make our youth where they home. Make our youth where they for her that place right now. Make the rise. If they no rise, they are not sorry. if they no wake up now, say enough is enough, rise now. If they no rise, their name not sorry.
Mazi,
have a wonderful day.
Thank you so much. Okay, you also have a very
chance.
wonderful one, sir. Yeah, it's a pleasure speaking to my own, my own people for the first time. I can imagine the way you felt, and then you should be able to understand how I feel too, right? But here is another caller. Hello there. Let's see. Can you hear me?
Hello.
Oh, Grant.
Yeah, hello.
You can hear me. Please, you will need to listen to the phone and please ignore the broadcast. It's a little bit delayed, okay? So you and I have to talk. And yeah. How are you, sir?
Hello, my good evening.
Good evening to you. How are you?
It's nice talking to you.
I'm
a first-time caller.
Thank you.
Yeah. I've listened to you for a very long time. And this is the first time I'm getting you.
Finally, I know. Thanks for not giving up.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Broadcast has been very, very encouraging and enlightening to most people. Thank you very much, I should say.
Thank you as well.
Putting people, enlightening people's mind on what is going on and all the things these people are putting us through. It's like Kolo came to compete with Buhari, like we call him Oya Broadcast. Yeah, they are competing because this guy has stolen Nigeria dry. And I think Kolo has come to say, "Oh, I'm a better thief than you. I will show you that I can do better than you in that aspect." That is what this set of Kolo's government have come to do now. That's the way I see it. So anybody expecting any good thing from these people is just living in a different world.
Yeah, it's called the Lala Land.
Exactly.
Where the Delulus are the citizens.
Yes. I don't think the person means any good. No. You see, Nnamdi Kanu is my hero today.
God bless him.
You understand? He is my hero because he has enlightened us before this time. So we know all these things, we know that this is the way it's going to be. So there's no gain anybody anticipating any better thing coming out from the look at Kolo. The way he speaks will tell you that this guy has nothing in stock. Him and his team, whatever he thinks he has brought, they don't have anything.
It's not hard. You know what I mean? But it's so unfortunate that when people see through all of this, they still turn around and be like, we know, but let us just pray for them to do the. You don't pray for people who have intention of destroying you. Or do people not understand the fact that when the resources that should go into improving healthcare goes into private pockets, millions will be denying that healthcare. You know that, right? So if millions who are supposed to go into, the resources that should go into education goes into the private pockets of this or that, right? But that is something to say these people are like the weapons fashioned against you. So when you pray for them to succeed, are you not praying against yourselves?
Exactly.
It's so unfortunate, too, brother.
Exactly. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. I feel very, very, enlightened and encouraged by your speaking out. And don't stop. Continue. We are behind you, and we'll continue to support.
God bless you, bro. Thank you so much as well for all
this
support.
Sorry, I didn't introduce myself. My name is Chijoke. And I live in UK. Yeah,
and you're calling it from where? I know it's the UK,
London.
but where?
From London.
Oh, from London. Yeah, I can remember Chijoke from London. But do you know why I may not remember easily is because you actually called directly. If you had called through the WhatsApp, I would have seen some image that would remind me of you. But still, Chijoke, it's a pleasure. Thank you.
Yeah, I hope to do that next time.
God bless you, Baba. You have a good one, okay? Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Have a good one.